Section 2, Video 1, Surface Area. We have 4 examples of prisms here, and they are described by what we would call their bases. And in this case, you have a pentagon base, and therefore it's called a pentagonal prism. Hexagon, hexagonal prism, triangular prism, or triangle there. And then you have a rectangular prism. Now, a base, by definition, is 2 congruent and parallel polygons, and that would be true in the shape we look at here. We have this pentagonal base, or this pentagon, is congruent and parallel to the back pentagon, and that's described as its base. So it's the shape that is consistent throughout. So it's like a loaf of bread where the front slice will be the same as the back slice. That is then describing the shape. Okay? An edge, we're going to come back to. We're going to start with face, and that's a flat surface of a solid. A flat surface of a solid is anything flat, obviously. So if we look at, there's many, depending upon the shape, but here this whole flat surface here is considered a face, as well as many other faces. So this rectangular prism has 6 faces: the top, the very bottom, the right, and the left, and the front, and the back. So 6 faces in that shape. This one, hexagonal prism, has a front face there, a back face hexagon, and then you have 6 different flat faces around it. So that one would have 8 faces. I did that one next because an edge is described where the faces meet. So I got rid of the drawings there, so now where do the faces meet? Here is a face, here is a face, and this connection where they come together is an edge. So where 2 faces meet is an edge. So there are many edges on these shapes as well. Anything where 2 faces meet would be considered an edge. A vertice then is described as where edges come together. So here we have an edge coming towards there, an edge coming that way, and an edge coming that way would leave us with a vertice where they come together. So an edge is where faces come together, and a vertice is where edges come together. And when it comes to surface area, a very general formula can cover any of them, and that is 2b plus pH, where b is the area of the base, the complete area, not just the length, because they're polygons now, we can find the area of them. P is the perimeter of the base, so around the base, and then H is the height, and that's pretty similar to what we've been talking about. Now sometimes the prism is tipped over, as seen above, and if that's the case, we don't really call it a height, we would call it a length. But the height or the length come together, and they are connecting basically the bases, and again, that would mean connecting the 2 polygons that are parallel and congruent to each other. But we will go through more detailed formulas as shortcuts in the other videos.